Ahead on Daytime Buffalo, Grease is the word this weekend for Starring Buffalo, and we have all the details you need to know before you go. And we have your late night lineup for this weekend at Rec Room. It's all coming up right now on Daytime Buffalo. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to Daytime Buffalo. I'm your host, Chelsea Lavelle. Our first guests in the studio today are bringing a classic musical to the stage of Shays. Welcome Emily, Jamil, and Caitlin from Starring Buffalo's production of Grease. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, all the things. I'm glad to be here. You're glad to be here. It's great. Okay, let's talk about Grease. It's such an iconic show. Do you want to talk about why you guys chose it and what it means to bring it back here?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, even when we were talking with other people in the studio, everyone has a connection to Grease. Mm-hmm. Whether they grew up watching it or did the show in a community theater or in summer camp or whatever it may be. It's such a cultural touch point for so many people, and it really brings everyone together. It's fun, it's happy, everyone has a reason to smile and laugh.
That's right. Okay, Jamil and Caitlin, can you tell us a little bit about your acting backgrounds and what you guys have been a part of in the past?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I started out here in Buffalo, so I got to do a few shows here. I did Hairspray, I did Rock of Ages, and then ventured off a little bit, and I got to do some really exciting shows like The Hunchback of Notre Dame,
Nice.
Evita, and then I toured with Norwegian Cruise Lines for a bit.
Cool.
So that was fun.
Yeah. And what about you, Caitlin?
Yeah, so I went to school for music theater and then moved to New York and made my Broadway debut in Waitress, and then went on to do Girl from the North Country and some TV things, and just trying to live the dream.
Yeah. So you just mentioned it, you've been on Broadway, you've done some TV work. How does it feel to be in Buffalo in this production of Grease?
I love going around the country and being able to meet people in different cities and kind of see the different cities, and I've never really been to Buffalo, so it's very exciting to be here and to do this show for the people of Buffalo. It's exciting.
And Jamil, like you mentioned, you've been able to go on tours through Norwegian, so talk about what it means to be back home in Buffalo after a little time away.
It's so amazing. It really is. It's been an awesome opportunity to both work with new people and also be able to be home and see my family, which is awesome because I don't get to see them terribly often. So it's a nice homecoming for me. Yeah.
For those who maybe forgot, tell us a little bit about the storyline of Grease and maybe a little bit about your characters.
Yeah, so the storyline is really friends in high school. And we were talking about it in the rehearsal process. These are people that feel everything so deeply. It even borders on campiness in its iconicness. Going through things that most people go through in high school, whether it's boys and friends and peer pressure and all these other things, but elevated to a level where you really get comedy and humor while still exploring those connections.
Tell us a little bit about your characters.
Yeah, so I play Sandy, and for those who don't know, she falls in love in the summer, has a summer fling with a guy named Danny, and then she ends up actually transferring to the school that he's in without realizing it. And so she kind of sees him. He's a little hard, plays hard to get a little bit, but she's very innocent and just really wants to be with him. And it's kind of the story of them falling in love again and kind of figuring out with their friends how to make it work.
So I play Roger. He's just this really goofy guy. He's the king of the Mooners. So if you see the show, you'll understand what that means. But again, just super goofy. He's just enjoying life with his buddies, the Burger Palace boys. So that's how I would describe him. Yeah,
He's
silly
definitely
guy.
bringing the comedy.
Silly guy.
Now, you guys only have 3 performances, correct?
Exactly. The way that Starring Buffalo works is we are able to bring in Broadway talent and get the best of Buffalo because we only have 1 week and 3 performances to put everything together. So our out-of-town guests arrived 2 days ago. We did a sing-through that first night. We rehearsed all day yesterday. We'll rehearse today. We'll do a couple touch-ups and things tomorrow when we open Friday night.
Oh, wow.
So Friday night at 7:30, Saturday at 2 o'clock and 7:30. and then we're done. It's rapid fire, but really fun.
Well, by the way, Caitlin, you arrived on a beautiful day. That
It
was like
was-
75 degrees and sunny,
Yes.
and that does not normally happen in Buffalo. So maybe you brought the sunshine. Okay, how can people get tickets?
Tickets, super easy, starringbuffalo.org. You can also follow us at Starring Buffalo on Instagram and Facebook. Shays also has it linked through their site since we'll be performing at Shays 710. So anywhere, if you type in Starring Buffalo, you'll find us.
Alrighty. Now I have to ask, obviously, if you've been in musical theater, we've all known the show. What was your favorite song from Grease before being part of the cast?
Oh man, that's a hard question. You go ahead. Go ahead. Start.
I was in the show in high school, which,
Okay.
as you said, everyone has a connection to it. I actually played the role of Jan, who's kind of his partner, but we did not do songs from the movie, because the songs from the movie are sometimes different from the musical,
Yeah.
but in our production, we've added some of the songs from the movie,
Okay.
some of what everyone loves, and so I think Hopelessly Devoted to You is probably my favorite song in the show.
Yeah.
I think for me, my favorite is Beauty School Dropout.
That's I was
I
gonna
love
say
that.
that's like the classic.
Love that song.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for coming in. Good luck with your performances,
Thank you.
viewers.
Thank you.
You only have 3 chances to catch this show. You can buy tickets or learn more by visiting starringbuffalo.org. Thanks again for coming in.
Thanks
Thank
for having
you
us.
so much.